I do Bull City Notes. And first I have to explain that my main reason for even being online is because I do an online newspaper called the Durham Skywriter. And that's news and information for Durham, North Carolina. So Bull City Notes is like an offshoot of that. Every morning between 10 and 11:30, I do a 5-minute show just announcing what's going to happen today in Durham, North Carolina. And then I do TV Skywriter, and that's a show that I've been doing for years. Literally years. I started with radio Skywriter on WNCU here in Durham, a local NPR station, and then I went online and did TV Skywriter, starting out with Google Plus. And basically that's a half-hour interview show, and I talk to people around the world about just about anything. For those of us who are familiar with Blab, we know that there are some really interesting personalities there. And you can arrive on the Blab homepage and see lots of vulgarity, profanity, and really nasty stuff. And because I interview people like the mayor, the police chief, ministers, rabbis, I can't have them come on the front page and see that kind of stuff. So I appreciated Firetalk's professionalism. It's professional. The presentation is crisp, clean, it's neat, it's easy to use, and I just love it. Also, that 24-hour playlist where you can upload YouTube videos, that's like a huge bonus. The biggest difference is having viewers. Now, I'm used to having an audience, but you have to remember when I was doing radio, even though I started out with a live audience, I eventually started doing, all my shows became like pre-recorded, which is kind of boring. Then with Google Plus and the other platforms I tried, I didn't really have that much of an audience. But with Blab, I was getting people, and now Firetalk, I was getting people who are actually participating. And in fact, my last show, I was interviewing an author named T. Katz, and I think it was Alfredo. He typed in the URL, the Amazon link to her book, and then Tommy bought the book right there online. I mean, you can't get more immediate than that. The author was very thrilled about that. I've been doing this for years and years and years, but I have to say the interactive nature of Firetalk has made me grow in that even though I was accustomed to it being just me and the guests, just talking, now I have to, at first I didn't really want to engage the audience because I thought it would be a distraction. And now I have evolved to a point where I welcome the audience. I enjoy the audience. I love their input. And my guests are usually excited to have people interacting with them as well. I started out on WHPK in Chicago and then WNCU in Durham, but I think I prefer online. With WNCU, what really pushed me to trying the online platform was the fact that my shows were the podcast was only available for 3 weeks. And then it would disappear and replaced with the next show. So I'm talking to people like the mayor, right? I mean, the head of the Department of Housing or whatever, really important stuff. And then the material is only, available for 3 weeks. I didn't think that was good enough. So I think it's really, to me, it's better to be online so that I can upload my stuff on YouTube and have it available years later, whenever people want to see it. Well, my new home is Firetalk, so it's firetalk.com/Patricia A. Murray. That's Murray. That's all squished together, Patricia A. Murray. And then the Durham Skywriter, which is my, flagship, is durhamskywriter.com.